Hello everyone! Today I will show you how to make a simple pop-up mechanism on your own. I'll guide you through creating these elements step by step, and by scaling these parts you can make them larger or smaller. This mechanism can be used in cards, albums, wherever you want. Below this video you can find a link to the document. Print it out on an A4 sheet. I printed it on thick paper for drawing, and now I will cut out all the pieces except these two elements, because I will make them from scrapbook paper. I will cut out one piece as an example and then use it as a template to trace the same parts. I cut out these pieces from scrapbook paper. If you do not have the opportunity to print it on thick paper, you can also cut out these pieces, trace them along the outline and cut them out from cardstock. You will need a paper that is 180 to 200 grams per square meter. As I already said, I cut out these three elements along the contour from white paper, while these three will be made from scrapbook paper. I'm cutting out one of these elements, placing it on scrapbook paper, tracing it, and cutting it out. I'm doing this 3 times. Now I have 3 pieces from drawing paper and 3 pieces from scrapbook paper. Where is a mark here? I'm punching a hole in the template at this point and applying it to each of my 3 scrapbook paper pieces. I'm making a mark on each of these 3 elements in this place. These marks must be visible. I'm taking a circle with slots and arranging 3 elements from scrapbook paper this way. Then I'm making the following. I'm applying a small drop of glue to the previously marked marks. I'm aligning our 3 pieces certainly with the base piece so that they lie evenly on it. I'm taking this piece. I need to place it on top so that glue gets on these marks. If the piece shifts slightly, it's okay. So, look here, everything is glued. When I hold the bottom ring and turn the top part, the 3 elements in the middle will fold together. Now I'm taking the last piece and the final result of the mechanism. I have already cut off one protruding part here. I don't need it. Our mechanism is now fully open. I'm placing the last piece so that one of the protrusions will be here. I have already cut off the next protrusions behind it so that our mechanism can rotate. I'm placing my piece as I need and gluing only these protrusions this way. Here is what I have. Here is a part that can be completely glued on this side. This part stays fixed. This is how it closes and opens. We cannot completely glue this part on this side because these elements are moving. Now I'll show you how it works. See, the piece is smooth this way, so we can't completely glue the mechanism on this side. We can only apply glue to these spots. I used a die cutting machine to cut out this circle. It is slightly bigger than my mechanism so that it hides everything neatly. Now I need to cut out a smaller circle in the middle of this circle to match the hole in the mechanism, but it's slightly smaller. I have already selected the necessary cutting die. I'm making the hole a little smaller so that ugly edge isn't visible. But even if the edge is suddenly visible, I can be inked it with distress ink or trim it. I marked with a pencil where the circle needs to be cut. And now I'm using the smaller die for this. I've cut it out. Here is my result. I will glue it this way to fully cover the upper part of the mechanism. I'm applying glue here and attaching it right away. I want this part to be positioned at the top right like this. So I'm positioning this mechanism accordingly. And that's it. Here is how I'm gluing this piece. But before gluing, I'm tracing this element this way. I will also cut the same shape out of the scrapbook paper and glue it on the top to make everything look neat. For the base of my card, I've cut a black cardstock base measuring 6¼ by 6¼ inches. For the background, I used darker paper to help this circle element stand out. And the background element is 6 by 6 inches. So I plan to place the circle as follows and add the sentiments. In principle, that's it. My card will be finished. We will add the main character, obviously. This goes without saying. First, I will glue the background onto my base. At the top, I will place a mechanism, and at the bottom, I want to add a sentiment using white embossing powder. The base is ready. Our main element is also done. Now I cut another circle slightly larger than this one. I will place it here. I cut a parrot out from the paper sheet as the main character. It will be right here. I'll also add a leaf like this. Now I'm gluing it all down. I need to mark with a pencil where I will make the center of the composition. I'm doing it now. Now I'm gluing my main element. Look, I'm applying glue to these parts and allowed these elements to move. Now I can glue all the main elements down. Everything works, the mechanism works, the main character is in place and the sentiment is there. But I also want to decorate my card. I'll add decorative elements. This will make the card more interesting. here is how the card turned out in the end. Here is how the card turned out in the end. Everything works perfectly. I hope you enjoyed this video. I'm looking forward to your comments and likes. I wish you inspiration and see you soon. Bye bye.